Today I learned about an intriguing historical event that took place in 1916, involving a proposed amendment to the United States Constitution. This proposed amendment aimed to introduce a unique system for deciding whether the country should engage in acts of war. According to the proposal, if the amendment were to pass, every act of war would be subject to a national vote, in which citizens could express their opinion on whether the United States should engage in military conflict. What made this proposal particularly fascinating was that it included an additional condition for those who voted in favor of war. If an individual voted yes for a military action, they would be required to register as a volunteer for service in the United States Army. In other words, supporting a war would mean a personal commitment to potentially serve in the armed forces. Imagine the potential impact of such an amendment. It would have brought the decision-making power of declaring war directly to the people, granting them a significant say in matters of national security. The idea behind this proposal was likely to ensure that those who supported military actions would have a tangible responsibility and personal stake in the outcome. While this proposed amendment certainly sparked debate and captured people's attention, it ultimately did not become part of the United States Constitution. The amendment process in the United States is a rigorous one, requiring the support of a two-thirds majority in both houses of Congress, followed by ratification by 3/4 of the states. Apparently, this particular proposal did not garner enough support to make it through this extensive process.
Today I learned about an interesting endeavor by the U.S. Army involving the design of an anti-armor grenade. The Army sought to create a grenade that would have the same size and shape as a football, enabling American soldiers to easily sling it. To bring this concept to life, they constructed a prototype using a hollowed-out Nerf ball. In 1973, the U.S. Army embarked on this innovative project by modifying a Nerf football. By hollowing out the football and filling it with explosive charges, they aimed to create a grenade that closely resembled the weight and shape of a football. The idea behind this approach was that soldiers, who were already familiar with throwing footballs, would be able to quickly adapt to the new weapon and effectively utilize it on the battlefield. However, despite the intriguing concept, official test reports indicate that the grenade football did not perform as envisioned. While the weight of the prototype matched that of a regular football, its flight trajectory was unpredictable. Unlike standard footballs, which have a consistent throw due to their hollow construction, the explosive elements inside the prototype caused the grenade football to behave erratically when thrown.
Today I learned about an extraordinary military unit known as the Ghost Army. Created in 1944, this unit holds the distinction of being the first tactical deception unit in the history of the US Army. Its purpose was to deceive and confuse the German Wehrmacht during World War II. To achieve their objectives, the Ghost Army employed a variety of creative and unconventional tactics. One notable strategy involved the use of inflatable tanks. These inflatable decoys were strategically positioned to give the appearance of a large armored force, tricking enemy reconnaissance and diverting their attention from actual military operations. This visual deception was just one element of the Ghost Army's repertoire. Additionally, the unit employed various deceptive techniques such as fake radio traffic and sound effects. They created a facade of military activity, transmitting false information and mimicking the sounds of troops and equipment to confuse the enemy. These auditory illusions further reinforced the perception of a significant military presence. To enhance their ruse, the Ghost Army established Phony headquarters, complete with bogus officers. This elaborate subterfuge aimed to mislead the German forces regarding the location and strength of actual US military units. By maintaining secrecy around their true activities, the Ghost Army's efforts remained hidden from the enemy and were kept confidential for many years after the war.
Today I learned about an ingenious solution developed by the U.S. Army during World War II to address the challenges of delivering mail to soldiers while efficiently utilizing limited space. Recognizing the importance of mail for boosting morale, the Army implemented a method known as Vmail, inspired by a British Eastman Kodak technique. In the midst of the war, the Army faced difficulties in transporting physical letters due to their bulk and the sheer volume of correspondence. To overcome these logistical obstacles, they revived a method used by the British and Eastman Kodak. With Vmail, Every letter received was photographed onto microfilm, significantly reducing the space required for transportation. Once the letters were converted into microfilm, the film rolls were shipped to a central processing location. There, the microfilm was printed onto small sheets of paper, each containing multiple letter images. These compact printed sheets were then distributed to the intended recipients. This innovative approach allowed the Army to transport a substantial number of letters in a more efficient manner. By capturing each letter on film, they saved valuable space that would have otherwise been occupied by physical mail. The Vmail system expedited the delivery process and ensured that soldiers received their much-anticipated letters in a timely manner, boosting their morale and providing a vital connection to loved ones back home. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thank you.